What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Market Thoughts. This is week number 3, and just going to be doing this week to week to just get my general thoughts on the market. If you guys find this helpful, great, but this is more for me just to kind of gain my thoughts on the week so I have something to track over time. But if this benefits you, great, and please use it. Again, I'd like to mention Honey Drip Network. I'll post the link on the screen there so you can see it. But I think they do great work over there, and that's where I get most of my information. Cool. So again, we're just going to start out basic with my gold and Bitcoin comparison. Bitcoin had an okay week, kind of trending back up, rejecting this 110 line. Again, my thesis isn't changing. Anything down here by that 100,000 range, I'm going to buy in. It's also rejecting off this 50 moving average right here, so I love to see that. Probably gonna continue on up, hopefully, kind of seeing how it's rejected off that 50 moving average there and 50 moving average here on that weekly. If you go to the daily, it's rejecting off that 200 moving average, so I love to see that. But it's going to have some resistance here with that 50 moving average and that 100 moving average. So we're going to consolidate between this range, really watching if it breaks up above that moving average line there or breaks below this 200 moving average there. But again, on this RSI, it's broke above kind of that middle white line there, so I would like to see a rejection to come back down and retest to continue back up. Hopefully this is a reversal pattern. It's kind of what I'm seeing. Gold had a down week. This was just hype over the China talks that Trump has been doing with tariffs, and now it's coming back down and retesting this 4K level. Just kind of waiting to see what Trump's doing. Trump's supposedly just had in China trade war talks right now. We should have more information about that this week. So hopefully that's the plan to kind of play off of that news that we're hearing there. Going to SPY and QQQ. SPY is pushing all-time highs. QQQ is pushing all-time highs, so I love to see that. We are going to assume the market is bullish until proven otherwise. We had that one down day to retest this 50 AMA-ish and kind of continued on from there to break highs on Friday. Same here on SPY. So we're going to just assume this is going up between this channel unless we are proven otherwise. I would also like to say that we are looking at the fear and greed index. This was 3 days ago. There was extreme fear 3 days ago, so you want to buy at extreme fear and sell at extreme greed. That is what Warren Buffett said. So when people are fearful, that's actually when you want to buy. The market's probably going to do well. You don't want to sell at extreme greed when people are overhyped on the stock market or an asset in general. Right now, it's at that fear level. So that's still a good place to buy, but anytime it gets to that extreme fear, hopefully looking to average into some of those stocks you're looking for. Cool. And then the other big thing we have this week is we have earnings. So Amazon on Thursday's got their earnings. Apple on Thursday's got their earnings. Meta on Wednesday's got their earnings. Microsoft on Wednesday. And Google on Wednesday too. So we're going to just play it patient, not going to do too much this week, kind of see how the market reacts to all these different earnings calls to kind of see what the sentiment is, especially in big tech, because it has a lot of influence on the market. And then I just want to go over my plays so far. So FI this week, let's go to that weekly. I had this good rejection candle right off that 120 line. So looking for a buy there in that oversold area. It's also retesting highs right here, all old all-time highs. So I like this line for this stock to flip. It's profitable. All the earnings look good. So that is going to just let this continue up. They have this gap to fill right here. So this is where the market dropped from that 165 to 143 with no real information in between. I think it's going to fill that gap, kind of give us information within that area. Let's go to CNC first. So CNC, another stock I'm just holding, held it back here, kind of had another slow down week, but I'm not too worried about this stock right now. This is bouncing off that 50 EMA, trying to figure out kind of which direction it's going, but I got a good buy-in, so I'm not worried about that stock at all. And then Bull actually had a good day on Thursday and Friday right here, but again, it's below my falling wedge, so I don't really know kind of what's going on here. I am assuming that this is going to get back up to that IPO price eventually of that $80, but again, I'm just holding, not going to do anything too much with this position. Hopefully this is kind of that reversal to come back up, but going to play it patient and see how the week goes for us. The last one is TTD. I actually added in more to this position here. Not the greatest buy. I was impatient. I didn't want this to continue on without me, although I kind of knew it was going to reject off of this 50 EMA line, that blue line. So I should have been patient, waited till Friday, but didn't. But not worried about that because in the long run, this company is profitable, and I assume it's going to go up over time. Right now we have that reverse head and shoulders pattern here and the break of this 50 EMA line. So that inverse head and shoulders pattern here, where you have that downtrend up, down, up, down, up, and as soon as it breaks that neckline, it's going to have a significant gain here. Here's a better example of that. So I think that this has that perfect similar setup with a profitable company, that it has a bunch of gaps to fill. So you have this gap here between those two white lines that it could fill, and this gap up here that it could fill. So in the future, with this profitable company, I believe it's just going to fill those gaps. So maybe not the best entry there from me, but I think in the long run it's going up, so I have nothing really to worry about there. We can go look at the financials, but just because I added to it, look at that total revenue is going up year after year. That net income is going up year after year, which is I love to see those. And then cash flow, that same thing going up year after year. So that's why I feel comfortable getting into this and not having to worry about it too much. And yeah, that is pretty much my general thoughts. Nothing too crazy this week. Just play it patient with big tech earnings and hopefully news coming about the China tariff trade war thing that's going on. If you like this, if you helped you out at all, please leave a like. That'd be great. But again, don't take this as financial advice. This is just me and my thoughts so I can track it over time. Appreciate y'all, and we out.